the last thing I want to bring up is even if you feel like, well, I'm not an expert yet in this thing that I want to talk about, that's okay.
Yeah.
When I first started my journey of learning SBA financing, I was not an expert at all. And I researched topics, and I'd talk about the topics after I researched them.
Yeah.
And I created content. And you know what? I learned the business 10 times faster that way. And it's okay not to be an expert. So the point is I learned how to structure SBA financing deals by researching topics to bring content around. I wasn't an expert at that time.
And teaching is twice learning. Sharing ideas is like twice learning. You get better and better and better by doing more research and more research. Now you're able to put that research, summarize it, and share it with the other people who might be needing it but don't have time. Well, good morning, America. Hi, Beau. How are you, brother?
I'm doing well. It was good to see you this past week.
I know, it was so amazing. You just came in whirlwind into the Bay Area and met with a lot of great connections we made. And, you have such a big realm that you established almost like 9-10 years back. How many people? 1,500 people or so in that group? Yeah.
Oh yeah, on our meetup group, we have 1,800 people in one group and a couple, maybe another 1,500 collectively throughout the meetups.
Love it.
And then we have 19,000 people in a Facebook group. And which brings a perfect conversation for today's Vinny and Beau show, which is the power of connection, right? And I think this all leads back to when I met you 9 or 10 years ago at an event, right? Like if you need to be connecting with people, and it's also there's people in your life, like you had met my friend Gil at the event, right? I've known Gil since I was 18 or 19 years old. I'm turning 46.
We connected.
And he sent me.
We connected like crazy. Oh my gosh. And I was so happy to see him, meet him, and we just have texted each other several times, and I was able to autograph my books also. And oh, by the way, hey, we gave out some of these books, the Positivity book, of course. Then we gave out my apartment syndication book. Thank you, Beau. And then also my third book, which is on senior living investing made easy. A lot of people really like this field, which is becoming a big field in assisted living, Yeah.
Yeah. So, it was great to have you at the meetup too. And you pumped up everybody with your positivity speech you did. I think it's, today's show is really relevant to anybody that's doing any sort of business out there, is just the power of connection with people. And those connections might not pay a dividend tomorrow, but in the future, they always pay off. And, we had Eric do a presentation on how he's built his short-term rental business, right?
Yeah.
And I look back and I gave him that first training.
He did a fabulous job in 3 years. And he thanked you 4 times, 5 times maybe, because you gave him that course on Airbnb. And he's a loan broker doing well. But, with everything happening after COVID, the business has been down and so forth. So you gave him a lifeline, brother. And he took on that 6 homes. Huh? What?
Yeah, he replaced, he's making $250,000 in profit a year now.
Yeah.
From that just business, and he's spending 4 hours a week in that business. So that's, it's amazing. So, the power of connections, and just over the time, then he needed information on cost segregation. So like I shared the cost segregation information with him. So, the power of these meetings and these connections are so important. So if you're out there watching this Vinny and Beau show, what can you do to be making really good connections? Like the Vinny and Beau connection 8, 9, 10 years ago, that has led into the Vinny and Beau show, has led into closing deals, has led into me learning about syndication when I didn't know about syndication, and learning different strategies, right? And learning, a whole different realm of how to raise capital. So these relationships in your life, if you're authentic, will pay you in ways you never could imagine. And it's so important to make these connections. And even if you can't help somebody today, the impact you leave on people. I've had people that have come to the meetup groups over the years. I've had people come to me They're like, Beau, like, I just want you to know, you don't even know who I am, but I've been coming to your meetups, and
Yes.
I met Mike, and I've done like 20 real estate deals with Mike from meeting him at your meetup.
Yes.
So that's when it really dawned on me that I've grown this Thrive REIA, this Real Estate Investor Association. I kind of
Mhm.
haven't been taking care of it like I should. And just
Mhm.
people that are entrepreneurial, they want to be around a tribe of people that are like-minded. So I'm doing a
Yes.
disservice to my people by not
Mhm.
doing more events. So I want to do a big event in the Bay Area, and
Yeah,
it'll
like we
be
did it in
like,
San Ramon, remember? What beautiful, and we had a turnout of 200 people, I remember, or 210, 220. But
yeah,
that was
yeah,
amazing. So many great speakers were there. And no, let's do it, brother. 2024 could really change everybody's life if you decide to. I mean, life in the sense that your business can grow, connections. We are talking about connections, Bo. I just came from Orlando too, remember? And I talked to 250 plus at the 100 Millionaire Summit, which Alchemist Nation is that, where I do the show on Thursdays. Today's Friday. Thursdays I do Abundance Mindset show. This morning, I texted you something, and that was the message to get reviews on my positivity book. So we are doing drawings for $300 and 200 and 100 just as a thank you. And a lot of people have already put comments on Amazon on the positivity book because I gave out almost 160 books over there. And now the Kindle edition is only 99 cents because Amazon does not let you give a review unless you have bona fide buyer of the product. So people can actually buy Kindle. Anybody listening to me, guys, positivity brings profitability. If you want to, get into the drawing, you could do that too. Just go there, get the Kindle edition, and just, let us know that you gave the review. But what I'm saying, you're right. Connections through Zoom, through FaceTime, through, in the meetings. Uh, I have 11,000 contacts in my iPhone. 11,000. 11,000. And the best part is, I use iPhone as the best CRM because many times we say, oh, Active Campaign or MailChimp or, Go High Level even, right? I have Go High Level also on the phone. But the thing is, if in the contact we write down their wife's name, their children's name, their dog's name, and when we talk, sometimes they email me or text me, then it's all there. The whole conversation is right there. Like this morning, my assistant sent out 100 contacts that text message 100, and several people replied that, hey, I just ordered the book, I'm going to put the review, I've already done it. Somebody said that I'm in French Riviera, I think, and she's going to do it today, all that good stuff. So connections are the key. Our network is equal to our net worth, we say, you know, because the more people we serve, more people we get to know. And the best thing is, how can you give something to the connection? See, not take, 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 take. You give value. You give them free articles. You give them free information. You give your ebooks. You give them your podcast. I give my book, which audio book for free. I just give it to them. So they don't have to pay $14, $15 on Amazon. Then Amazon makes the cut. I get very little money. But, and also I want to declare today that every dollar that my books and tapes from Amazon and otherwise is going to make, I'm going to give it to charity,
mm,
which I've been doing it. We give 40, 50,000, 60,000 every year. But why not to give this money also to the good causes? So that's going to be, I'll be saying that more. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I think 2024, when I really look at the big picture, as I
Hmm.
evolve as a human being and as a business person, is really like, how do you get more contacts that
Yeah.
are just not in your phone, but are people that you speak to? I want
Yeah.
the highest level contacts, and that is like when you meet somebody, how can you stay in touch with them? And
Yeah.
like when I was flying to come visit you in the Bay Area this week,
Mhm.
I sat next to two ladies, and the one lady was an escrow officer. So we started talking real estate. And right now I have a new escrow officer here that lives in the city that I didn't know. She gave me her card. I'm going to follow up
Yes.
with her.
Yes.
And it's just powerful to be able to connect with people. And like, I could have just never talked to them sitting next to me, but like, if you just
Yes.
open up your mouth and be friendly to people, it's amazing what, just the same thing, how I met Vinny and I said, hey, let me buy you lunch. And then we became friends, right? Like, if I never said, let's go have lunch, we would have probably not been sitting here today. So it's,
I'm so glad you said it. I came from Orlando, brother, and right next to me was a pic from right there, Adonal Foyle, actually, and I did some digging on him. He's a celebrity. Wow, he's got business in real estate in over there in Orlando. He's building and so forth. He's expecting a baby girl. Lives in Orinda. Right next to me, we were talking, and Adonal Foyle is the Winsitarian American former professional basketball center. He was selected by the Golden State Warriors with the 8th overall selection of the 1997 NBA draft. You never know. Now we are texting each other, and I've invited him to come to Danville, and then we'll talk about real estate and all that. He's so appreciative. I mean, he sent me a video message just the other day. We talk about sending video message. That's what, and that's what we want to remind our everybody watching us and listening to us. People don't read emails. I mean, people do some, but the thing is, if you want to get noticed in your connections, you text them or you give them a video message, right? We talked about that before, and
yeah,
I need to
yeah,
do more of it. It's just so sad that we don't do. I know for sure my friend, my partner, Anshu Bansal, just shared with me he's learned artificial intelligence for cloud defense because he's the CEO of cloud defense. He's writing 3 books now. 3 books. He just published an article in Forbes and got raving reviews. He's a very intelligent boy, right, man? And then now he's designing AI where, are you ready, Bo? I will
mhm,
do one recording and I'll feed into that recording all the people I want to send that message to. And through AI, it's going to design the message that I write in an Excel worksheet. It's going to read. Vinny Chopra is going to read that message. I just do one time, but through AI, it's going to speak those words with myself and deliver it to all the people to their texting or emails. What in the heck?
yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? I mean,
One message which will be, what's the word? Personalized with the message I want to send to that person and deliver it all in
yeah,
through one software. So he's
yeah. So it'd be
designing
like,
it, and I'm going to bring it out and do some beta testing with you and my friends and all, and then we might just copyright it and then sell that sucker.
hey, it makes sense. Like I could do one message and
Just
then
one
it
message.
personalizes it to, hey, Vinny, hey, Eric, hey, Johnny. And, you know,
And
I really
within the
appreciate,
message also, no, within the message, you put it in the Excel what you want to say or
right.
something, and it will personalize it even in the middle of the message. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's amazing. Cause then
Ah,
now you're going to have, you're going to, 1,000 people with one effort is going to get this text audio message,
audio
which is,
message.
hey, John, I just launched my book and I want to give you a free copy. And if you
Yeah.
write a review, whatever, right? Like, boom,
Yeah.
now
Hmm.
instantly you're now in front of 1,000 people, right? And so with connecting, what can you do to expand? Now you go from 11,000 in your phone to 25,000 in your phone, and now you're able to touch them more
Yeah.
often. and it's just building the Vinney brand awareness so everybody in the world knows who you are, right? Because the more people that know, like, and trust you are
Yes.
going to do business with you.
So
And
true.
that's
And
powerful.
last week, anybody who watched our show, we had Tony and Alex in the studio, right? And how much value they brought in with branding. Because, see, the thing is, sometimes people look at it, and myself included, hey, it's a cost to do these videos and this and, podcasts and YouTube. But, Bo, isn't it true? How much it comes back? It's not a cost, it's an investment. It's an investment to get that lead so that you could convert more people. I mean, how can I find out about somebody, Timbuktu, if I don't advertise, if I don't build the brand? So it's so important. Everybody listening to us, please allocate some amount in your budget to get the leads, to get the software, to get this newsletter. Like Bo, you just mentioned it, right? You're going to be publishing this quarterly newsletter, a
Magazine.
magazine. Wow, a
Yeah.
magazine. Say that. Tell
Yeah.
me again. That's so exciting. Yeah.
So I've been following this lady for a long time, and I've always wanted to build more brand awareness and put out some relevant content. So I decided to do a magazine, both digital and print version, but
Mhm,
mostly digital. And I'm going to help people. Like,
mhm.
I'm going to help the magazine's going to be called Own a Business Today.
Aha.
Okay. And so it's going to talk about different business opportunities, real estate, going to talk
Yeah.
about buying franchises. I'm going to showcase some banks and what they do for, people wanting to buy a business.
Hmm.
And then I'm going to tie that in with my podcast and give people. So from a monetization standpoint, I'm not really looking to make a ton of money on this. I'm looking for the advertisers to cover my costs to,
Hmm.
have this publication printed and articles written and all this stuff.
Beautiful.
But then I'm
Beautiful.
going to go out and I'm going to put it in conjunction with sponsorship for my podcast. So then I'm going
Ah.
to, hopefully the goal is to have more people know who Beau and his brands are
Hmm.
and do it. And then also monetize sponsorship opportunities
Love
and then
it.
take that money and reinvest into the Beau brand awareness campaign.
Yep.
So pretty much more people will know who I am. I'm putting out relevant content, and whenever they think they need SBA financing or they want to buy a
Hmm.
business, they call Beau because Beau is the concierge to small business owners, right? So
Hmm.
that's the premise of it. And then, ultimately, that's going to, in this digital magazine, when we do our next REI Bar Camp big event
Yep.
coming up in a few months in the Bay Area, there's
Yep.
going to be links that they can click to. They can get their tickets. They can do all this stuff. People will advertise. Maybe they have a syndication. They can
Hmm.
advertise. They can have a link from the magazine out, and it's going to be it's going to be. I'm going to have a landing page where they opt in, and then
Hmm.
I'm going to grow that list from 5,000 to 100,000 subscribers, and then people
Hmm.
want to really advertise in there, and they want to get their name out. So then you create value in that sense,
Yep.
and then you're just all this time. My articles I'm getting in front of millions of people or thousands of people for
Yes.
free because people are paying for the sponsorships.
Love
To
it, love it, love it. I know we are working on another newsletter too with our other friends, which is called the Wealth Gazette, right? I mean,
Yeah,
that's also going to take off. It's the digital magazine. We are thinking every week, I think, right? Or every 2 weeks. I don't know. We're
yeah,
still in
it's a
the
digital
works.
newsletter,
Yeah,
right?
digital
So
newsletter.
yeah, the whole premise of content is to help people. The more people you educate and help and
Yeah.
share information with, the more people that resonate with you, right? The more people. So the more you give, the more you get,
Yep.
and that's just
Yep.
the way business works. And so
It is.
now the little Bo Ecksteins of the world
Mm-hmm.
don't need millions of dollars of marketing budgets because we're leveraging content creation
Mm-hmm.
as the new attention is the new monetization. So if you can drive attention
Mm-hmm.
and you can be a key person of influence, then you don't necessarily need thousands and thousands of dollars for a marketing budget. So that is the difference. That
Yeah.
is the disruptor of our generation as we know it now. And it kills me when people aren't taking the time to to create content, because if you're in a business that people need to know who you are so they can buy from you, and you're not creating content, then your business is going to die.
Yeah, so glad. Glad you said that, because Alex and Tony last week, and Alex has been helping. He's a copywriter. He was with Verizon as the top salesperson and marketer and copywriter, and he shared something. He looked at my videos, by the way. He's been analyzing my videos. He says, Vinny, you talked about this, but you didn't give any steps. Hold on. So when you start doing a half a minute clip or 1 minute clip or like that, you should always start with, hey, let me share with you in my field, this is what I have found, and 1, 2, 3 steps of value to them. And to find out more, go ahead and click the link below and go to my YouTube channel, or go to my Facebook channel, or go to my blog. So it's always great to give value. First say what it's about, give 2, 3 points, and then say, to get more information, go to connect with me on Instagram, connect with me on Facebook, connect with me in my YouTube channel or my podcast. I like that. I think that has really taught me something, because now I'm more prepared. Before, I used to just pick up my phone and start babbling into it. Now I take some time, think through what I'm going to say, what value am I giving to that person. And the other part is the thumbnails. He looked at my YouTube channels. We used to get 1,500 views, or 2,000, and even sometimes 30,000 we got. He says, Vinny, show me. Look at that, all these thumbnails. Which one grabs your attention? The thumbnail that has the least wording on it, but with a good picture to grab people's attention, are the ones that get clicks. And once people give clicks, YouTube, Google, everybody, they bring algorithms. If more people give clicks, then they show it to more people. If few people give you clicks in the first few seconds or minutes or whatever it is, then they drop you out. They don't show it to too many people. So those kind of things are so important as we build our brand. So I'm learning it from the masters, and I want to get better in 2024. I want to give short, sweet clips. And I know you shared that with me. Opus Pro is amazing service, and we are using it to the hilt. Claude.ai, which Bill, Davis shared with me, you and me. I loving that, with Chat GPT, everybody uses, but Claude is better. And then, of course, we are using Publer, to put this into different social medias. And we always give so many good tips, guys, everybody listening or watching to us, because we want your business to go to the next level. So if you like the content that you see in our shows, go ahead and give us a 5-star review and share this content, and and look forward to the next episode, which is now we actually recorded. We wanted to give a better content, so we are having our editors work on it for a week, and then we launch it the next Friday, right, Bo? That's how we do it.
Yeah, no, I love what you were just saying, because I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Is really, you want to on video, you want to deliver a hook in the beginning, right, or a strong opinion, and then follow it up with some actionable steps, right? Because you really, people they're going to be intrigued by the opening, they're going to be intrigued by the dynamic thumbnail, and then you got to deliver them some sort of information in a short period of time.
Yeah.
And then, so there's short form content, there's long form content, but actually thinking about the stuff you're producing is what I wasn't really doing to a high level. And now, same thing as you, Vinny. It's, thinking about the content in a lot more strategic way to give more value to people. So they, more engagement, the algorithm knows that, then they push you out, and you can grow bigger and bigger.
Totally.
Yeah. So it's important to really take time
And
to
don't be
actually.
afraid. I want to say to everybody, I didn't start and you didn't start. I mean, we were not good. We still are still improving. But the key thing is get that iPhone or Android in front of you. If something comes to your mind, go ahead and write it down. How can I bring some value? Something that just in your profession got you in a better place. I'm sure some other people might be thinking about it, and if you can give them a couple of good hints or how to tackle that issue, solving a problem, that's what we call, right? Because if we could solve somebody's problem, they will endear to you, they will start looking and watching you and so forth. So I really like to ask everybody to give yourself a lot of credit, because what you're doing, you have gone through failures, and you want other people not to do the same mistakes, right? Well,
That's great advice. I
yeah,
completely agree. So,
yeah,
in the beginning, you're going to suck.
yep,
Everybody does.
yep,
And you're going to get better and better. Every time you hit record, you're going to get
yeah,
better. And don't be afraid to put yourself out there. And even like when we had Eric speak
hmm,
this week, he's
yeah,
doesn't get in front of people as much.
no,
And once he did it, he does a great job, right? And it was
he
like
did excellent
now
job.
he's like, right? Like I'm like, Eric, you need to get you have a good expertise, and you need
Hmm,
to share your information, right? and
hmm,
and because he's a mortgage broker, you're sharing
hmm,
information about buying real estate and short-term rentals. People are
yeah,
going to reach out to you for loans.
sure,
And wouldn't that be great if you had a waiting list of people booking calls on your calendar because they want you to do their loan, and you're not
yeah,
out there hunting deals because people are
hmm,
coming to you because you're a key person of influence. And I think that's a pretty simple concept, and people
sure.
just need to plug in and start their journey of creating content and sharing information, because we all have unique information to share with the world.
And I'm so glad you said that, Bo. Even start putting an ebook together. When we say ebook is electronic book, right? Digital book. I really believe that a lot of things we design, we put together, a lot of effort into it. And in your specialty, go ahead and put that ebook out and spread the good word. And that could be a good lead magnet, we call it, right? On your website, as people come in, they look around, then your pop-up should come up and say, hey, if you would like to get some more content, go ahead and give me your email address and the phone number. That's how we capture, you know and then you give them that ebook, that good content, and then more content, you can give it to them. And some people who don't want that, they will unsubscribe it, give them a choice. Most of these emails and everything go out with unsubscribe button at the bottom, which is okay, because not everybody is going to use your content, but you want to get people in your network. That's what we talk about, connections today, because you got to build that list. And list is so important. Then you nurture the list, and then you move those opportunities from one point to next. And I would love to talk about go high level right now, which is the mother and the father of the whole CRM and all integrations in one package. Go high level. I know, Bo, you also know about it. And I gave away ClickFunnels, gave away Active Campaign, gave away every single thing in go high level. It just lets you do everything seamlessly. Web designing, landing pages, you can sell a course, you could upload your course, you could do email sequences. Like I have 57 email sequences. Anybody comes into my funnel, they get text. What you can text also, right, from go high level. And after delay of few seconds, you email, you just tell it, or minutes, I think minutes, and you could put this whole funnel together. If anybody's interested, reach out to me, guys. And the beauty I like also, Bo, are you ready? In Go High Level, I paid 20,000 or something to some consultant, Farouk actually, to build my whole system. And I can duplicate it by click. That $20,000 system, I can give it for free or for $2 to anybody who I give them a sub account, it's called, right? I'm the agency on the top. And like brother Walter is doing, I mean, he's doing amazing work because he's paying on Go High Level, but for 295, I think he gives, or 195, whatever. But he's able to give all the click funnels, all the different things for free. It's mind boggling how you can clone within Go High Level underneath, which is not possible in any other program out there.
Yeah, it's
A lot of
automation
value,
technology.
today, with connections, to take your connections from 10 to 20 to 2,000 to 20,000. It's up to us.
The last thing I want to bring up is even if you feel like, well, I'm not an expert yet in this thing that I want to talk about, that's okay.
Yeah.
When I first started my journey of learning SBA financing, I was not an expert at all. And I researched topics, and I'd talk about the topics after I researched them.
Yeah.
And I created content. And you know what? I learned the business 10 times faster that way. And it's okay not to be an expert. So the point is I learned how to structure SBA financing deals by researching topics to bring content around. I wasn't an expert at that time. And SBA financing is very complex, and there's lots of changes. So I'm always learning, and I'm creating content around it. And I'm not the most knowledgeable guy in SBA, but I do have a competitive advantage. But the point being is that you don't necessarily need to be the expert to create content. You could be learning together with people and sharing your learning,
your journey.
Right? So it doesn't. So and if you want to fast track learning something, start researching and creating content around it.
Totally.
Easy.
And teaching is twice learning. Sharing ideas is like twice learning. You get better and better and better by doing more research and more research. Now you're able to put that research, summarize it, and share it with the other people who might be needing it but don't have time. So you're solving other people's problem. I mean, the thing was, I was doing something with my friend Linda yesterday. I think we searched syndication, for example. You know what? You're not going to believe it. If you write the word syndication, I got 220 different links by Google talking about syndication. And then we searched for, I think in, what happened? Something happened. In Claude.ai, we said, please explain syndication as if I'm 5-year-old. Oh my gosh. Did that open up an avenue? It wrote down the whole thing in the 5-year language. Oh my gosh. Then I just got an email. This guy had designed a software in artificial intelligence where you throw in the topics and it writes children books. Mind boggling. I'm buying that software because the people are trying to do these things in a simpler way, and children books are huge nowadays, by the way. So I would love to be the first one to teach syndication in very simple children books so that the idea of raising money gets ingrained. And I'm going to say, I'm 14 years of age. How can I teach syndication to a 14-year-old and all that? So it's going to be fun. Anyway, Vinny gets excited always.
That's cool. Yeah. Somebody said that you should always write in like a 7th grade or 5th grade grammar or style, rather, because that's the way people will. They don't want big words. They need it like layman's terms, like easy to understand. Simple. Like here's the concept behind syndication. Syndication is this.
Yep.
Like instead of making it,
I'm so excited. I mean, for hospitality, I'm going to do it on positivity also. How would you explain positivity to a 5-year-old? And on my apartment syndication made easy, I'll do that. And on senior living, hey, Vinny's always selling, right? We started the show with this, and we'll probably end with this. But Thank you, Beau. It's such a pleasure, brother. And we'll meet next week. And everybody, thank you for watching and sharing this content. And I hope you're getting good things out of it, because it just helps us also to kind of summarize things uh, and archive these ideas. We make this into reels and also in podcasts, so that it can be etched in a lot of people's mind and they can get a lot out of it. So give us a 5-star review. Don't wait for it.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. See you next week.
So happy to be on your show finally.
I'm a long-time fan, and I watch all your guys' content.
Awesome. We're very, very, very invested in our community.
It's wonderful to be here.
This is Vinney Chopra and also my good buddy Beau and Vinney. And we are so happy.
It's amazing what's going to happen. So, we amped up to do the show, and we got a lot of hype about the guest today, so I'm excited.
Oh, I know.
So excited to come live to you all